Tear-inducing spoilers ahead, guys. You've been warned. Hey, I'm Emily from MsMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for another top 10 Disney moments that made us ugly cry.
Before we begin, we publish new content every day, so be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos.
For this list, we're looking at even more of the most heartbreaking moments in animated Disney movies. That means that live-action scenes like the heartbreaking moment in Homeward Bound where Shadow falls into the hole and can't get up won't be included. I'm sorry, I don't know why I brought it up.
But I want you with me. I love you, Shadow.
You've learned everything you need, Chance.
And if you don't see a moment you thought should be on here, be sure to check out our first video on the topic. If you can.
Number 10. Rapunzel's parents. Tangled. Rapunzel's parents, aka the King and Queen of Corona, were understandably crushed after the evil Mother Gothel kidnapped their infant daughter. And you'd need to be pretty evil yourself to not appreciate their pain. The crux of this heart-wrenching scene is when the Queen gently wipes away a tear from the King's crestfallen face. A sense of hopelessness lingers throughout the scene, as the emotionally distraught parents mourn yet another year without their daughter. Thankfully, this is a Disney movie, so in the end, Rapunzel is reunited with her family, and everyone lives happily ever after. Number 9. Dory's Pleas. Finding Nemo. After having been swallowed by a blue whale, attacked by an anglerfish, and chased by sharks in the search for his lost son Nemo, Marlin was ready to throw in the towel. Something that absolutely destroys Dory, his friend and search partner.
Hey, wait a minute. Well, wait. Where are you going?
It's over, Dory. We were too late.
As she desperately pleads with him not to give up, it's a fool's errand to try and keep one's composure.
Please don't go away. Please. No one's ever stuck with me for so long before.
It's Dory's stammered yet earnest monologue that gets us all wet and blubbery, particularly when she throws up that last Hail Mary.
And I look at you and I'm home. Please. I don't want that to go away. I don't want to forget.
Gets us every time. Number 8. The Razed Village. Mulan. Mulan is set during China's Han Dynasty and tells the story of a young woman who impersonates a man in order to help fight an army of invading Huns. While there are plenty of tear-inducing scenes to choose from, we're going with the one where Mulan and the rest of her military cohorts come upon the remains of a burnt-out village. The scene features a myriad of shots guaranteed to make you shed a tear or two, but the one that really hits home is when Mulan finds a child's doll laying amongst the rubble. No dialogue is needed, as her face says it all.
The General.
Number 7. Explaining Death and Loss. The Good Dinosaur. Try watching this scene without getting choked up. Go ahead, we dare you. The Good Dinosaur may not be the most popular Disney flick, but it's not without its effective scenes. The moment that hit us hardest was when Arlo, freshly separated from his family and still mourning the death of his father, tries sharing his feelings with Spot, a young cave boy.
I miss my family.
At first, it seems like they can't understand each other, but Spot quickly demonstrates that he comprehends Arlo and that he too has suffered a tremendous personal loss. When they lay their heads in the sand together, it's too much for us to handle. Number 6. Nick's backstory. Zootopia.
By God, I was gonna fit in, even if I was the only predator in the troop. the only fox.
With over $1 billion in box office sales and an Academy Award for Best Animated Feature, we think it's safe to say that Zootopia hit home with viewers. Part of the reason for the film's success was scenes like this one, which, despite being a total tearjerker, is well acted and incredibly moving.
If you thought we would ever trust a fox without a muzzle, you're even dumber than you look.
It involves Nick revealing a painful childhood memory to Judy, one where he was betrayed and humiliated by a group of scouts who force him to wear a muzzle and berate him for being a fox.
I learned 2 things that day. 1, I was never going to let anyone see that they got to me.
The scene is simply gut-wrenching, and one can't help but sympathize with Nick as he shamefully recounts the harrowing tale. Poor guy.
And 2?
If the world's only going to see a fox as shifty and untrustworthy, there's no point in trying to be anything else.
Number 5. Quasimodo's Humiliation, The Hunchback of Notre Dame.
Now that's ugly!
The Hunchback of Notre Dame revolves around the struggles of Quasimodo, a disfigured bell ringer who longs for acceptance. In order to help him overcome his self-imposed isolation, his friends, a trio of stone gargoyles, persuade him to attend the annual Festival of Fools. At first, it goes well, with Quasimodo's strange appearance celebrated by the citizens of Paris. But things take a dark turn when people start to pelt him with food, and within moments, he is being tied up and ridiculed.
The fun's just beginning!
The worst comes when Quasimodo's own master refuses to help him. It's pretty hard to watch, especially for a film that was marketed towards children.
I'm sorry. This wasn't supposed to happen.
Number 4. Ray's Funeral, The Princess and the Frog. A hopeless romantic and a loyal friend, Ray was literally one of this film's most illuminating characters.
Women like a man with a big back pouch!
So it was with great sadness and a whole lot of Kleenex that we bid him adieu at the end. Watching his tiny little belly light slowly go out as Tiana Naveen and Louis solemnly watch is almost too much to handle. Disney has dealt with death on numerous occasions, and oftentimes characters find a way to make a miraculous recovery. But when they don't, it can weigh quite heavily on the conscience. This is one of those times. We'll miss you, Ray. Number 3. Baymax's Sacrifice, Big Hero 6. If you're surprised the Big Hero 6 landed so high on our list, then you obviously haven't seen Big Hero 6.
I cannot deactivate until you say, "You are satisfied with your care."
Well then, I'm satisfied with my care.
The film has not one but 2 incredibly moving moments.
What about you?
You are my patient.
Baymax,
your health is my only concern.
Stop! No, I'm gonna figure out...
Are you satisfied with your care?
No! There's gotta be another way. I'm not gonna leave you here.
The first is when Hiro's older brother Tadashi tragically dies in an explosion after going into a burning building to try to save someone. The second is when Baymax sacrifices himself in order to save Hiro and Abigail near the end of the film.
I will always be with you.
As the music swells and Hiro says goodbye to his giant robotic friend, a lump will almost certainly begin to form in your throat.
I'm satisfied with my care.
Thankfully, Hiro is able to recreate Baymax, so everyone walks away happy. Number 2. When Miguel sings Remember Me to Coco. Coco.
Mama Coco, please, don't forget him.
Coco, the story of a young boy who's transported to the land of the dead, took home 2 Academy Awards, including one for Best Original Song. It's
Remember me. Though I have to say goodbye, remember me.
The song in question was Remember Me, and it played a prominent role in the film, especially in this scene where Miguel sings it for his great-grandmother Coco. The scene is especially moving when you consider the fact that earlier in the film, Miguel met his great-great-grandfather and discovered that Remember Me was written just for Coco, so that she would never forget him.
Remember me, don't let it make you cry, for even if I'm far away, I hold you in my heart.
Put it all together and you have an instantly iconic Disney moment best served with a tissue.
Until you're in my arms again, remember me.
Before we unveil our top pick, here are a few honorable mentions.
Taran has many friends. Gergie has no friends.
Gergie, no! Don't jump!
No words describe a mother's tears. No words can heal a broken heart.
Meg! Meg! No!
I love you so much. I'm really gonna miss you.
I'm gonna miss you too, kid. I really am.
Number 1. Jessie's backstory. Toy Story 2.
Even though you're not moving, you feel like you're alive. Because that's how he sees you.
We'll be blunt. If you don't tear up while watching this scene, you might just be a robot. Jessie, the plucky cowgirl aching to be sent to a Japanese toy museum, has one of the most heartbreaking backstories in Disney history, as this scene poignantly reveals.
When somebody loved me, everything was beautiful.
Watching Jessie transition from beloved toy to abandoned childhood trinket is almost too much to bear. The scene hits on multiple levels and demonstrates the all-encompassing pain of being discarded by someone we believe to have loved us. The montage culminates with Jessie being left in a box on the side of the road. And yeah, we're bawling our eyes out.
When she loved me.
Why did we make this video again?
You never forget kids like Emily or Andy. But they forget you.
If I could, I'd give all of you a hug individually for making it through this video, honestly. Now, reward yourselves by going to check out some of our other great Disney videos, which I guarantee made me cry for happy and sad reasons, and please just go hug your toys.